everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new movie just dropped on Netflix. It's called Noise, and this movie it is kind of like it's not a horror, it's a psychological thriller type movie. This movie, when I read the synopsis, I was really excited to see this movie, and this movie story itself, it is quite interesting. So in this movie, you see that I think he's influencer, this guy, he moves into his childhood home with his newborn daughter and newborn daughter and his girlfriend, and he moves there in that house, and we see that his dad, who also lives nearby in a old age home. And after he moves into that house, we see that he start uncovering all this mysterious secret about his family. When I say this movie is a psychological thriller, this movie is exactly that, and I was really kind of disappointed by that. So that means I think this movie, so the production design and the acting and where it was made, this movie is quite engaging. As the audience, you do feel very interested in the story, although it is a little bit slow burn. But as this movie goes on, I thought it was very interesting. It's gonna go. And especially the location, it did look very creepy, and there was some factory and the town this movie takes place. I really thought it's going to be very interesting. So the filmmaking here is quite good, it's actually. So I really wish this movie was actually a horror movie. But what was it is about? So I'll be going into spoiler if you have not seen this movie. I thought this movie was quite interesting watch, but overall I thought this movie wasn't that good, the ending. So now I will explain why I didn't like it actually, because throughout this movie does have some jump scare here and there, and you see as he start investigating about his family history, we see he's become very unstable, mentally very unstable, and although he was becoming mentally unstable because his baby was crying, and sometimes I was really confused. Is the baby really crying, or he was just like thinking in his head? But as the movie goes on, we see he becomes so irritated by the baby crying, and this baby didn't cry that much with the mom, but I guess it cries at night, which is normal. And I was thinking at first, because he doesn't sleep at night, he need to look after the baby, and he was kind of like suffering from insomnia. That is why he was going crazy, or maybe there was some supernatural stuff. But as his investigation goes on, I thought this movie was like slipped away for me personally. Because it looks like although this movie was hinting us like there was a dark secret about his family, which was, but the way it ends, I felt like that just ditched that part. We just went into this route. So what was this movie is basically is about that his mom was crazy, like his mom was mentally unstable, and I guess after she has this baby, she became fully crazy, and the dad was like, oh, I didn't help her. So he was feeling all this guilt inside, and we see she just killed herself in this movie, and he somehow saved the baby, and I don't know why this movie's name is Noise. Now I'm thinking, is this the baby crying trigger him? Anyway, so end of this movie, he become crazy, and this movie tried to imply that because his mom was crazy, that's why he is going crazy, and that is what this movie was about. That is why I was end of it a little bit disappointed, because I was thinking there will be some unsolved mystery or something about it. But this movie didn't go to that route. It just stayed true to the psychological thriller, which is a little bit, it was really disappointing for me, because this movie was the setting, everything. You could have done horror movie. Then again, we have seen this kind of horror movie before. That is why probably Netflix didn't want it to go that route. That's what I'm thinking. Overall, it was very well made movie, honestly. Still, it was very engaging. I just didn't like the way it was ending. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. And if you enjoyed about this review, don't forget to check out other reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.